and girls. We're happy to see you today. My name is Mrs. King, and this is my little girl Myra, and this is Titus. Today we're going to teach you about the all-school inquiry. The big question for our all-school inquiry is, do I spend more time verbally or non-verbally communicating kindness to my family and friends? So Titus and Myra are here to help us show how we show kindness to our family. All right, scientists, my kids are sleeping right now, so we have a little bit of time to go over what your job as a scientist is for our all-school inquiry. This inquiry has to do with communicating kindness. Next month is the month of kindness. There's Valentine's Day, so what a perfect time to work on showing kindness to your family and friends. So we're going to think about it like a scientist. Everyone's going to get an all-school inquiry sheet that you're going to take home. There's Spanish and English, and it's two sides. First, you have to read the instructions about what is it? Making an observation. Spend some time thinking about how do you communicate information to people. I know I spend a lot of time verbally telling my kids that I love them and I care about them. How else do I communicate to my kids that I care about them? I give them a lot of hugs and lots of kisses. I play with them. We make snowmen outside a lot. We watch movies, and we do coloring together. So those are all ways that I show them that I care about them. Okay, so that's my observation. Now I have to ask a question. That's my next part on my sheet here. Ask a question. Do I use more verbal or nonverbal communication to communicate kindness to my family or a friend? Interesting question. I wonder which one I do more of. So I'm going to make a hypothesis. That's my next line. It says, make a good guess. Example, I use more verbal communication to communicate kindness to my family. I think that I use more verbal communication. So that's my guess. I'm going to write that down. Next is I'm going to test it. That's my next step in the directions. Think of different ways to communicate kindness. Find someone to test your communication on. Ooh, this will be fun. I get to communicate kindness. And record my ideas below. So I'm going to record them in my verbal section, which is all words, written or spoken. And then I have a section for nonverbal, which is no words. You're using gestures, you're using hugs and kisses and things like that. There's even little examples under each one. It says write a note under verbal, or nonverbal, it says clean up the house. I bet a lot of your parents would really love that. So let's practice that. Myra, what could you say to me? Say, I love you.
I love you.
I love you too. Can I have a smoochie? Thank you. All right, scientists. So Myra just said, I love you. Is that verbal or nonverbal communication? On my sheet here, it says verbal is words written or spoken. She spoke those to me. So yes, that would go under this column, verbal. And then I got a kiss from her too. So is that verbal or nonverbal? That is nonverbal because I use no words. She used no words to communicate that she cares about me. So I'm going to record those on my sheet. Another way that you could tell your family that you care about them.
Playing with Myra.
Playing with them would be a good way too.
And also playing with my sister.
And what about with big hugs too is a good way to show kindness too.
Yes, it certainly is.
All right, in that last clip, Titus and Myra were definitely showing that they care about each other by giving hugs. So I'm going to put hugs on there, and that would be nonverbal because they weren't using any words. They were just giving each other hugs. And then Titus talked about how he could play with his friends or play with his sister to show kindness. Now I have to decide, does that go on verbal or nonverbal? Because if they're playing together, they're probably talking. That's a really good question. I think I'm going to put that under verbal and nonverbal because the way they play together by sharing their toys and by smiling at each other and hanging out together, that's nonverbal. But when they're playing, they're talking. So I'm going to put it under both. All right, scientists, now I've recorded all of my ideas for verbal and nonverbal communication. on here. Then I will turn my paper around and I am going to now analyze all the data that I collected. And there is about 4 questions that you can work with a parent or a family member or a friend to figure out what is it telling you? What did you find out? And last but not least, for our all-school inquiry, there is a challenge and a contest. How many of you guys like challenges and contests? I do. So do I. All right, so this one has to do with our show 5. We use show 5 at assemblies and during classes to get everybody's attention so that everybody's eyes are on the speaker at that time. We are looking for someone to come up with a new and fun way to get the attention of all the students in the school. You can use verbal or nonverbal communication, or you could use both. A winner will be chosen by Mrs. Powell, and you will get to present your idea with her at the next assembly. Of course, you don't have to present with her if you don't want to, even if you are the winner, but she will present it then. She's looking for creativity and effectiveness. Effectiveness means, does it work? Are you getting the attention of all the students in the school? Record your idea on the back of your all-school inquiry. And last, make sure you write your name and then turn in your inquiry sheet to your teacher by Friday, February 9th. There's a typo. It says February 7th. It's supposed to say February 9th. So please turn it in by next Friday. I look forward to seeing everybody's ideas, and I can't wait to find out all the different ways that you come up to communicate kindness to your friends and family. Have fun.
Yes! 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 Yes!
All right. Tell your family that you care about them. Can you get in the camera?
Playing!
Playing with them.
Kisses!
Kisses? Okay, what? Hello, everybody. Hi, scientists. Myra, can you give floppy kisses?